Well, we need to talk about Soran Mandani's body language, and I'm gonna call him Mundani from this point onwards, because that is the only way. I have to mock him in some way, because this is laughable. But it's not laughable the fact that so many people are falling for this guy, are falling for, and I have to say, an openly socialist, borderline communist. At the end of the day, it's the exact same thing. And you have to watch this video that he posted about creating communes out of private market, the real estate in New York City. This guy is the actual candidate from the Democrat Party as New York City mayor. So you know that there's like a 90% odds that he's gonna make it. But this is what is coming to New York.
Further, toward the Vienna model, we'll have to go beyond the market. We can establish community land trusts to gradually buy up housing on the private market and convert it to community ownership.
I wonder with which money are you going to buy that private housing?
We can give tenants a right of first refusal to buy out their landlords when buildings go up for sale. And we can fully commit to a new era of social housing, ending subsidies for luxury housing development and using our wealth to build beautiful, high-quality social housing projects.
I'm going to tell you, they already tried that in Venezuela, and I firsthand witnessed how it didn't work, because it never works. It never works. You're going against the laws of the free market capitalism. That's what made America great, and that you want to go against that
offer good homes and strong communities to everyone. We won't decommodify housing overnight, but we know what we have to do, and we have history to guide us.
We have history to guide. Yeah, I wish that more people knew about history. Again, the way this guy smiles and raises his eyebrows to the camera has that used car salesman vibe. Look at that. I want to wonder. There was one tweet. It was one tweet I retweeted. That was perfect, to say the least, about this. From this affected part, if you cannot instantly feel in your gut that this man is dishonest, putting on an effect to make you perceive him as warm and trustworthy, you do not have the most basic human survival skills. You are a danger to your children, your spouse, and your community. Yeah, I think that this affected part said it better than I could have said it. This is it. Oh, you're discriminating, Jesus. You're just making things up. How can you say that from? Well, first of all, I have to give it to him. The guy is openly socialist. At least he's really clear about his intentions. This is insane. Saying all those things that he plans to do with private property, buying that private property. We know, we who lived under Hugo Chavez, we know what buying private property means. It's more like expropriating private property, because what does the government do? The government offers you, this is what we are going to pay for your your land or your building or whatever, because this is the price that we set up for your building or land. And you say, you know what, I will pass. I will not sell. And then the government goes and say, hey, you cannot just pass on this. And since you pass, your land or your building has been expropriated. It's that simple. I don't know how laws in New York City work, but I know that this is the start of it. Again, the guy at least is being really clear about this. It's pristine clear about his intentions, so I have to give it to him. What I do not understand, how are people not up in arms for this? Are New Yorkers at this level of suicidal empathy? because that is the term. Reagan, Trump says that he may arrest Zoran Mundani.
Your beloved New York City may well be led by a communist soon, Zorhan Mundani, who in his nomination speech said he will defy ICE and will not allow ICE to arrest criminal aliens in New York City. Your message to communist Zorhan Mundani?
Well, then we'll have to arrest him. Look, we don't need a communist in this country, but if we have one, I'm going to be watching over him very carefully on behalf of the nation. We send him money. We send him all the things that he needs to run a.
Let's say that I think that would be a big mistake. Big mistake. Well, it is already a big mistake for Trump saying that he would arrest Zoran Mundani for this, because it already, before the fact, okay, Trump is saying if Mundani becomes mayor and he blocks or obstructs ICE deportations and, arresting people, arresting illegals, then he's going to arrest him. Just by saying it right now, that gives Mundani the clout that he needs. Oh yeah, it's like, Trump derangement syndrome. Mundani wants part of that Trump derangement syndrome, and Trump saying this, well, I think it's counterproductive. I mean, Trump is Trump. He's going to do whatever he wants, whatever he deems it's necessary. He's not going to listen to anybody. You already saw what is going on again with Elon Musk. Is a cluster F again over the big beautiful bill, or whatever his name is, and he's not gonna be deterred, or let's say, what would be the word? He's gonna say whatever he wants about this guy Mundani. I'm going to get him arrested, but the problem is that is gonna give this guy more clout. This is not terrible AI. This is thanks to Mace Moore. It's a real message from the current frontrunner for NYC mayor to his socialist comrades. The end goal of sizing the means of production more communist. You cannot get more Marxist than this. Let's watch.
What the purpose is about this entire project, it's not simply to raise class consciousness, but to win socialism. And obviously raising class consciousness is a critical part of that. But making sure that we have candidates that both understand that and are willing to put that forward at every which moment that they have, at every which opportunity that they're given. We have to continue to elect more socialists, and we have to ensure that we are unapologetic about our socialism. There are also other issues that we firmly believe in, whether it's BDS, right, or whether it is the end goal of ceasing the means of production, where we do not have the same level of support at this very moment.
And yes, he also posted a video that I'm not going to post, at least not today, out of respect for the public, in which he's eating rice with his bare hands. And yeah, it's disgusting to watch. And he does this out of shock, out of attracting the attention. I know this playbook from A to Z. We know what he's doing. At least I'm going to say, I have to say it again. I cannot believe I have said this many times. He's been very clear about his intentions. He said we need to seize the means of production. We need to create communes. We're gonna have this communal markets, and just like Venezuela, and none of that has never worked and will never work. And he's saying that he's going to do all of it. And I cannot understand for the life of me how our people really listen to him. But again, I'm just trying to warn you that no, this people will be more intelligent. How is it possible that he could? I'm going to tell you at this point, I calculate that he has a 90% possibility of becoming the next mayor of New York City. 90%. It has to happen something that completely erases him from public life. But until then, let me know what you think about this in the comments. My name is Jesus Enrique Rosas. I'm the Power Pundit. Much love and bliss.